Hello and welcome to Derek's Daily SOLIDWORKS tip. This is tip number 2, and we are talking about customizing the quick view or quick toolbars when selecting on certain things in SOLIDWORKS. So customizing your user interface, there's a lot of different options, right? There's mouse gestures, there's the S key, there's keyboard shortcuts, but this is a very specific workflow that I like to use, and I'll show you the different scenarios in which I use it and how you can customize it for yourself. So we're going to start by mirroring some holes from one side of this part to the other. Now, when I'm going to do the mirror feature, I always like to make sure that I have a plane that I can mirror about. So I really want to mirror about this right plane. If I have that selected, I can actually scroll down, control select on the feature specifically, and in that little pop-up that you get, you can see there is the mirror tool. I can click on that. You can see it puts those features in the feature dialog and the plane in the plane field. And once we hit OK, it gets accepted. So you can actually do that without using the keyboard shortcut there. This is another tip for just doing mirrors, is you can select your plane, select your feature, click on the mirror tool, and it will actually put those selections where they need to go and work the mirror. But the key was that I didn't have to make those selections and then go all the way up to the mirror tool, select it, and hit OK. Now you might be thinking, okay, that one doesn't save you a lot of time. Yes, for sure. But if I've customized it in other ways too. So when I'm going to do a section view of, say, a complicated assembly or just some individual parts, I like to find the plane that I'm working, that I would like to section view using. So by selecting on that plane, you can see that I've added section view to that toolbar. Now that one's really cool and really helpful because a lot of the times you're always looking to section at a certain plane to begin with. So you might as well just select it instead of selecting the section view tool and then having to figure out which plane you want. It also works for selecting on just a face. So you can use a face for a section view, but you also notice what I get is Hole Wizard. So a lot of the times when you're using the Hole Wizard tool, I like to select the face, click on Hole Wizard, and then when you go into the Positions tab, it automatically knows that's the face that you want to put the holes on. But it works the same way with the customization here. You click on it and you can click on Hole Wizard. Now at this point, if I haven't convinced you, there is even more. So if we go to the assembly and I want to mirror one part from one side to the other, I can do the same thing. I grab the part, I select the plane. You can see I've got mirror components added in. And you can see it's just so much easier than selecting all of those or trying to find the mirror components tool because it's buried under the move component tool, that you're just saving clicks. It's faster, it's easier, and it does make you feel a little bit slicker as you're using SOLIDWORKS. Now, you may be asking, how do we customize this? So when you make a selection on those planes, like the selections you would make, the toolbar that always comes up, all you have to do is right click on that and say customize. Then you can search for specific tools you want, like in this case, Hole Wizard. Like I could click on Hole Wizard and drag that down in. But in this case, I will typically not apply a Hole Wizard to a specific plane. So you do that specifically only when you're dealing with a face. So if we go back into our part that we had open previously, and you select on a face, you can right click, customize, and then add your Hole Wizard here. So the toolbar that you're working on changes depending on what selection you are making. So when you want to customize it, make those selections, whatever they are, and then customize that window. This is one of my favorite hidden gems of SOLIDWORKS. I really hope that you enjoyed this tip, and I hope to see you tomorrow.